legislation is signed by the president, members of Congress, their spouses and dependents, along with the president and vice president, would be banned from buying or owning individual stocks and other assets. This morning, David Williams with the Taxpayers Protection Alliance joining us live to weigh in on the specifics of this bill. David, good morning. Why is this so important?
This is really important, Megan, because right now Congress has access to information that regular investors don't have access to, whether it's lobbyists coming into their office or they're holding committee hearings. And we saw this right before COVID, is that certain members of Congress sold stock that minimized losses, and they bought stock that maximized profits because they have access to this information and no one else does. And right now, the rules are very weak because you just have to report to the ethics committee when you buy or sell a stock. And if it's a little bit questionable, they might say, okay, we're going to fine you $200. They rarely do that. But think about that. Hundreds of thousands of dollars you can make buying and selling stocks into a $200 fine. So that's the why.
Would they still be allowed to have investments?
They would. It'd be in a blind trust, blind mutual fund. So, Congress can still do this. And this doesn't start until 2027. If the president signed it today, then this goes into effect in 2027. It gives them time to sell their stocks, to put it in blind trust. And again, we're not saying they can't invest. They just can't use information they're getting as a member of Congress. And this has huge approval, Megan. We're talking about 80% of the people want this legislation passed.
So what happens if they violate those rules?
Well, this legislation is a $500 fine, right? So, and that's why you have to ban them from doing this, why they won't be allowed to do this, because you can't have a $500 fine because no one's going to pay attention to that. And let's be honest, Republicans and Democrats are both doing this. This isn't just one party. It's both parties that are taking advantage of the system.
So is it worth it if it's just a $500 fine when they're in turn could be making thousands, if not way more than that?
Exactly. And that's why we want to ban this practice altogether, is that once you leave Congress, you can go back to this. It's just when you're a member of Congress, you have certain rules that you're going to have to adhere to, and this should be one of them.
You mentioned, before I let you go, David, you mentioned the people want this. Does Congress want this? Are they going to approve this on themselves?
I think they will, because this passed out of committee on a bipartisan manner. And if it goes to the House, I think this will pass. President Biden said that he will sign the legislation, and Kamala Harris has indicated that she would sign the legislation. So I think this has a real opportunity to become law.
All right. David Williams, thank you. We appreciate it.
I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.